Mowgli stopped walking. The birds in Silverwood Forest had gone completely quiet. A strange feeling hung in the air, a stillness that made the hairs on his arms stand up. Then he saw a black shadow moving silently between the tall pine trees. Two golden eyes opened in the daylight, shining with an intelligent gleam. But it wasn't scary. It was just watching. Protecting. Mowgli was an 8-year-old American boy who lived with his family in a wooden house right at the edge of Silverwood Forest. This wasn't a deep, dark jungle from some far-off land. There were no ancient ruins or exotic animals. It was a familiar, friendly place filled with pine trees, sunny trails, winding rivers, and the kind of wildlife you'd see on a family hike. Every day after school, Mowgli would explore the forest paths, always staying close and following the safety rules his parents taught him. He knew every turn, every big rock, and every squirrel's favorite nut-hiding spot. That afternoon, the forest felt unusually calm. Too calm. The normal chatter of squirrels and the chirping of birds were gone. Mowgli felt a sense of quiet expectation. And then he saw it. Standing proudly on a large, sun-drenched rock was a magnificent black panther. Its fur was like polished obsidian, shining in the afternoon light. You could see the powerful muscles ripple beneath its sleek coat. Its golden eyes were fixed on him, but they held no threat. They were calm, curious, and incredibly intelligent. The panther didn't move. It didn't growl. It simply watched Mowgli, as if it had been waiting for him. Mowgli's heart started to beat a little faster. But he immediately remembered what his mom always told him. Animals can feel your feelings, Mowgli. If you're calm, they'll be calm too. He took a slow, deep breath and let it out. He held his ground and didn't make any sudden movements. He wanted the beautiful creature to know he wasn't a threat. So, in a voice barely louder than the rustling leaves, he whispered, "Hi, there." The panther's ears twitched. 2. It blinked slowly, a sign of trust. Then, with a grace that seemed almost impossible for such a powerful animal, it stepped down from the rock. It moved toward him without a single sound. No growl, no hint of anger. There was only a gentle curiosity in its golden eyes as it came a little closer. Suddenly, the calm was shattered. A family of squirrels scrambled past Mowgli's feet, chattering in panic. A flock of blue jays burst from the treetops, screeching in alarm. The panther's head snapped to the side, its ears swiveling to catch a distant sound. It listened intently, its body tensed. Then Mowgli heard it too aloud, sickening crack, followed by a deep groan and a tremendous crash. It sounded like a giant had fallen asleep. A massive tree had fallen, somewhere near the old hiking trail. The forest was in trouble. The fallen tree was huge, its branches tangled like a giant thorny wall, completely blocking the path. Behind the leafy barrier, Mowgli could hear tiny, frightened squeaks. A baby raccoon was crying, separated from its family. A group of ducks were trapped near the stream, unable to get past the new dam of logs and branches. Small animals like rabbits and chipmunks were running back and forth, unable to get to their homes on the other side. The whole ecosystem of the trail was disrupted. The panther looked from the chaos back to Mowgli, its golden eyes filled with an urgent message. It was clear it couldn't fix this alone. It needed help. If you love brave animal stories, hit subscribe and help us save the forest. The panther was a creature of immense strength, but it used its power with incredible kindness and precision. It nudged massive branches aside with its powerful head, creating small openings. It used its paws to clear away smaller logs, rolling them into the creek bed. With gentle nudges of its nose, it guided the frantic, smaller animals toward the new, safe passages it had created. Mowgli knew he had to help too. He scrambled around, moving sticks and small stones that were in the way. He spoke in a soft, calming voice to the frightened animals. reassuring them. He pointed out safe paths for the rabbits and squirrels to follow. Panther and boy, wild and human, they worked together as a perfect team, each understanding their role without a single word spoken between them. Sunlight streamed through the trees again, illuminating the now clear path. The forest began to breathe a sigh of relief. The baby raccoon, finally free, scurried across the log and ran straight back to its worried mother. The birds, seeing that the danger had passed, returned to their branches and began to sing again. The ducks paddled happily down the stream. The forest felt alive and vibrant once more. It was a daylight victory, won not with noise and fury, but with quiet teamwork and kindness. Just as Mowgli was catching his breath, an old, wise owl landed on a branch nearby. It hooted softly and looked at the panther with deep respect. "That panther," the owl said, its voice like the rustling of dry leaves, "is the silent guardian of Silverwood Forest. It has watched over this place for a very long time." Mowgli looked at the panther, his heart filled with awe. "So, you protect everyone," he said. The majestic Black Panther looked at him and gave a single, slow nod. As the sun began to dip lower in the sky, the panther walked with Mowgli all the way to the trail entrance, where the forest met the path to his home. Before it turned to leave, the great cat leaned in. It gently touched Mowgli's shoulder with its soft nose, a silent gesture of thanks and a promise of friendship. Then, as silently as it had appeared, the silent guardian melted back into the shadows of the trees and was gone. That evening, safe at home, Mowgli sat at his desk with his crayons. He drew a picture of a beautiful, peaceful forest filled with happy animals. In the center, he drew a boy standing on a path. And watching over him from between the trees, he drew the unmistakable shape of a black panther with kind, golden eyes. At the bottom of the page, he wrote a simple sentence: "Real heroes are quiet and kind." Want more USA animal adventures with Mowgli and his friends? Give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We have brand new stories for you every single week.